everyone, it's Melissa. Today's video is something that Doug and I did last night, and I thought I vlogged it, and so I thought I would talk about it today. And I am absolutely exhausted. When we got home about 1 o'clock in the morning, and we couldn't go to sleep. We were too wound up and too excited. So it was about 2:15, 2:30, and I slept fitfully and got up about 5:30. So I got very little sleep, so I'm very, very tired, but I wanted to get this video up today. There's a bit of a story behind it. I'll tell the story and then I'll show some footage. I show some footage of driving in the car, going to Knoxville, a little bit of scenery. I know that can be terribly boring, just driving along in the car. I'll show bits and pieces, a little bit of University of Tennessee, the football stadium, and the river there. That's pretty. It's a pretty setting where the football stadium is, and then right beside the football stadium is the basketball arena where the men and women play basketball, and that's where the concert was. It was Paul McCartney concert, and it's Thompson Bowling Arena. So I show a little bit of that, so people can kind of see what it looks like. But I'll just show a little bit of driving. I just got very little footage because I just didn't want to bore people. But in case people are kind of interested of going to kind of up to Knoxville on the interstate, then I'll show a little bit of that. But the backstory is, okay, so these tickets came out, Paul McCartney, the Beatles, the first time I saw them in 1964, getting off the plane at JFK Airport, and then seeing them on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1964, I fell in love. And I was loyal. I fell in love. I'd always loved him. It killed me when John died. It killed me when George died. And my bucket list was to see a Beatle before I died. And so these tickets became available, but they were expensive. So I thought about it. I thought, he's turning 80. This may be his last tour. This may be my last chance. So I had a little, I make a little bit of money off YouTube, not a lot, but a little bit of money. And I save it for, I spend most of it. I try to save a little bit of it, like to reinvest for eyeshadow palettes and things that I need for the channel. But I also help with the grandkids. I, pay for ballet lessons and horseback riding lessons and dance lessons and just any kind of, musical instruments, piano lessons, whatever kind of things the grandkids want to do, or clothes or shoes or whatever, that's what I use my YouTube money for. But I had a little bit extra saved, and I was thinking about saving it for a couch, and our couch is horrible. The couch is held together by duct tape. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll try to insert a couple of pictures. I won't go into it too much. The couch is just terrible. So I was trying to save for it. I want another big sectional in there that everybody can fit on. So I thought, I had enough money saved, and these tickets became available. I thought, Doug and I had both been talking about, we'll save for a couch. I thought, I'm going to use my money that I was going to use for the couch to buy Beatle tickets to buy Paul McCartney tickets for Doug and me. So I did. I got good seats and, used that money for that. So this past week, several things happened. So our hot water heater went out, and I had to buy a new one. Our air conditioning went out and had to replace some things on it. Our basement is just a dirt floor, and so we have to have a dehumidifier, so it went out. The washing machine started acting up, so we have, to have people come out and look at it. There were about 4 major appliances that went out, and that took a lot of money. So I thought, I really want a couch. So I weighed, do I want a couch or do I want to go see Paul McCartney? So I thought, I really, really want a couch. This may be my last chance if I've got this money to go get a couch. So anyway, I know this is a long story, but I can't help it. So I put my tickets up for sale, my Paul McCartney tickets. And I thought, if they sell, I'll get me a couch. If they don't sell, I'll put more duct tape on my couch. They didn't sell, and I'm so glad they didn't, because I'm just going to put duct tape on my couch right now. I'll just try to make more videos to bring in a little more money, and maybe I can save for a couch again. So I'll try to do 2 videos a week if I can. But we went, and it was absolutely wonderful. I can't, of course, show any of the concerts, you know, or anything like that. I'm not allowed to. I'll show a few pictures, still pictures of it, but it was just fantastic. It was everything I thought it would be. What a showman he is. What a personality. How he interacts with the audience, the sound system, the visuals. I mean, his voice, now it is shredded from all the years of screaming songs, you know. It was really apparent on Helter Skelter. He sang Helter Skelter, and he just couldn't hit those notes. But it didn't matter, you know, it was Paul. But his talent is still there. His musical ability is still there. He tore up that guitar, he tore up that bass, he tore up the piano. It was just amazing. He even played a ukulele that George had given him. He went and talked about stories of how they got together and back in Liverpool. It was wonderful. If you ever get a chance to see him, he's got a few more dates left. Go. If you are a Beatle fan at all, if you grew up in the 60s, go see Paul McCartney. It's just, you know, it'll just take you right back. I wish that I had still, there were a couple of women there that still had like old Beatles sweatshirts and stuff that we used to have, and some collector items that they had saved all these years. But it was fantastic. I was so glad that those tickets didn't sell. I was so glad I didn't have to be practical. I was so glad that I could do something spontaneous, and I guess that's a lesson. Someone told me, you know, we only go around one time, so grab everything that you can with both hands. And they were exactly right, and I did, and I enjoyed every minute, and I'm still on a high with it. You know, just it was really a highlight for me. Just a highlight. Doug really enjoyed it too. He wasn't as excited to go as I was, but he was really glad he went to. He couldn't go to sleep either. It was that exciting for us. So anyway, here is my vlog. So I was getting ready. I had shampooed my hair and then put it up on top of my head with little clips like that. And it was still kind of damp, so I used this hair dryer, you know, this Bonnet that has an attached hose, and you attach the hose to your blow dryer, and you can put the air in your, like that, and you can put the air, goes, you know, through the hose into the bonnet, and it dries your hair without blowing it all around. It dries it very slowly without a whole lot of wind. You have to adjust it so it won't go flying off, and you look like Marge Simpson. But it kind of dries the hair without blowing it around too much, and you can keep on working with other things. Okay, here I am finishing up my makeup just with my lipstick and my lip liner. That is, let's see, Dervish, I think. And then that lipstick, I love that lipstick. It is Silver City Pink by Revlon. And there's my finished look before I take my hair down. There it is, taking my hair down. I ended up putting my hair up. It was just kind of a mess. It ended up, and it was hot and sweaty. This is just going to Knoxville. Driving by Knoxville there, downtown, going toward the University of Tennessee. And then around the corner on the left there is the Tennessee River. The football stadium is built on the Tennessee River, and people bring their boats on game day, and they line up their boats. They call themselves the Vol Navy, because it's the Tennessee Volunteers is the name of the team. And then they walk over to the ball game, or to the stadium. And there's another view going off to the left like that. I try not to get too much because I didn't want it to be just too boring for you. But you can see up in the upper right up there is the stadium. There's the river where people bring their boats to go to the ball game. And then over this is the stadium. And then back behind it, over kind of up ahead, is Thompson Bowling Arena, where it's going to be held. There's the stadium right there. It's fun to go to the ball games there. We go every once in a while. We used to have season tickets, but we don't anymore because they're not quite as good. But anyway, up ahead is Thompson Bowling Arena. This is the basketball arena where the men and women play their basketball games at the university. And people, walking, you can see, there it is, Thompson Bowling Arena. So it's very close to the stadium, but still on the Tennessee River. A lot of the stuff at the university is built right along the river there. And people already lined up to get in, and we were pretty early. But it was a big crowd, and people got there early. And I didn't get to buy a t-shirt. But that one says, University of Tennessee. And there it is again. And Paul McCartney, welcome to Knoxville. Big sign. Pat Summitt was a basketball coach for the women. It was just wonderful. And everything's orange with a little dog named Smokey. That is the mascot. And then just showing the people there waiting. That's the Tennessee River right there that we just went by. There's the stadium where the football team plays. Another view of it. And there's Paul on stage. He just had such a presence, and he did a little tribute to George, and just some more, things of him playing. Of course, playing the piano. I think that was during Let It Be. That was during Live and Let Die. Some more during Live and Let Die. He did actually sang with John. It was really interesting. He he said that Peter Jackson, who had done the Get Back documentary, came to him and said, I can isolate John's voice and his image for your concert and put it in the background, and you can sing along with him, with his image. So there they are, kind of singing together again. So thank you so much for watching that. Gosh, it was just really wonderful. And I might do a little more vlogging. I've got a lot of footage of Chattanooga, but I'm always just afraid it's so darn boring. But I may do that in a future video too. So talk to you all later. I appreciate it, and take care and stay safe, and thank you. Bye-bye.